of the presentation on natural gas market and future outlooks on rates.
Hello, Mayor and City Council. Richie was talking to us about insurance, and what we accomplished with the natural gas enterprise coming through the summer and into the fall was effectively insurance by buying fixed gas ahead of time. This is good news. This is all good news about Coalinga's natural gas enterprise right now. Gas prices are higher, but if we had not purchased ahead, the cost the city would have incurred would have been astronomical. For example, if we hadn't bought fixed price gas through the winter, and in January in particular, the cost in January alone would have been $1 million. That's gas at around $40 an MMBTU. That's the entire budget for a year. So I'm more relieved than anything. You City Council supported the rates that we needed. We turned right around after you approved the rate increase in the fall and bought gas to make sure that those rates would be adequate. If you remember, the rates in that resolution are effective for 1 year. They reset in the fall again of 2023 because we know that prices will eventually settle down. The other thing that's in that resolution that I certainly haven't forgot about is a commitment to come back to you, City Council, with a gas purchasing strategy going forward. We're now in an era where we can't buy monthly priced gas anymore. That's what the city had been doing for years and years. Fortunately, we anticipated what happened this winter and bought the gas. How we knew how to do that, how I recommended to do that, was simply looking at what had happened in Texas, which everybody heard about, the horrible effect that had on municipal utilities. Essentially, I saw that and thought that could come to California, and it did. So a couple slides for you. The first slide shows the hedges. Oh, I have the clicker. I can push the right button. Is it the arrow? The red button.
There it is.
Oh, okay. So we bought gas in August at $8.88. That was the base load on the bottom. And then we came back in September after the City Council approval and bought more gas at $8.39. What I'm showing you here is the annual profile for the city. It shows winter peaking because the city is all about heating. And it's showing that for the winter months, we're almost completely hedged based on a 3-year average load for the winter months. Where that little arrow is, that little bit of yellow, that's where we bought some day gas in December. Day gas in December was up to $60 an MMBTU. Customers were buying gas at $60 compared to $8, or compared to where the market would normally be in the wintertime, $5. It's literally out of control, but people were paying that price. We had to buy an additional 4,200 units. The price for that gas was $16 to $28. So I was able to watch the market and buy opportunistically. And I was able to do that because Shell Trading Company, who is the gas provider to the city, is very flexible with the city because the city's gas load is in their larger pool, which is enormous, hundreds of thousands of MMBTUs. So when the utility is saying we have to balance load, we can fudge a little bit because Shell has a lot of leeway in their pool. They have done an outstanding job for the city over the years. Next slide. This shows the market run up into January. So January posted at almost $40 in MMBTU for monthly base load gas that you buy every day of the month in the same volume. Day prices in December had run up to the $60 that I mentioned, but that didn't happen until after the beginning of the month. So why? What happened in the market? It was cold in December in the entire West. There wasn't a lot of wind for the renewables. There's low hydro coming out of the drought. Maintenance on transmission lines. Just a whole combination of factors that caused gas supply to be low. The full effect of that is now showing in January. Day prices in January aren't That high is $40. They're down around $15. So the market is trying to get back to some form of normalcy. Next slide. Talking to myself. This is an illustration of storage in the western states, and this is showing one of the main reasons that prices have gone so high. The red line shows where storage is now. PG&E's storage capacity, SoCalGas storage capacity primarily. There is a shortage of gas and storage, so when it gets cold, the big utilities are pulling harder on the open market. And then I wanted to show you my PG&E bill. This is the one I just got. So you can see for 91 therms, I paid $237, $238 if you round it. If I were to buy those same therms from Coalinga under the existing rates, it's about $100 less. So even though Coalinga's rates have gone up, we increased them 50% in the fall, and we increased them before that, they're still much lower than PG&E and much lower than SoCalGas as well. SoCalGas, looking at one of their bills today, isn't quite as high as PG&E. One thing you see, does this have a pointer? Oh. The 0.98, that is $9.80 an MMBTU. That would be comparable to the gas that we bought in the $8 range. That number for 1/1/23 forward is over $1 now. I think it was $1.23 I saw on the PG&E's website. So PG&E's rates are very high, and in the next billing cycle that I will see at home, even higher. Coalinga's gas system is a valuable asset to the city. Fortunately, we've made some great decisions. Otherwise, it would be not pretty. And I just hope, City Council, that you see this and the public can see it. It's been good for the city. As far as the outlook is concerned, gas prices this high are not sustainable. So as we will come back to you with a gas purchasing strategy going forward, what you're going to see is that we'll purchase gas in layers, probably out to a few years. So we're averaging in cost variation and also giving the flexibility to watch when the market dips down. We would never buy long-term gas where the market is right now. So, and then finally to close, we took some good steps with the gas system, anticipating what could happen. As we talk about water later on in this meeting, that presentation about water is all about preparing. And so we did it once. I'd like to see the city do it again by being prepared for what could happen, even though it's raining so much, but still to have drought rates in place. Thank you. I made it through that without coughing.
You did a good job. And you saved us a lot of money. Thank you very much.